I'm Danny, and this is the Lotus Collective, a podcast where we share stories, get vulnerable, and empower each other.
Dancing in the wind and rain.
And today I'm here with my bestie, Julia, and we're just going to talk today about confidence and how we can grow that in ourselves. Yes, hi, Julia. Thanks for joining me today. So we've been talking a lot because we both kind of grew up in some similar things, but very different. And neither of us grew up with any sort of confidence. In fact, I think we both kind of thought we were real shitty people and we hated ourselves. I don't know about you, but I did.
That's definitely the religious trauma speaking, you know?
Religious trauma will get you every time. We both have that.
I think the main component here in this podcast episode to me would be helping regular people like you and I recognize that confidence and self-esteem isn't something that you're just innately born with. It's definitely not something like some people that I'm friends with or that I've spoken to or whatever situation just assume they just live in this mindset that like, well, I just don't have confidence like that, or I'm not I'm not that person. I'm not that girl.
And I think that's it.
And then that's it. That's the end of the story. That's the person that I am, and I'm just always going to be that person forever and ever. Amen.
Like everybody's just born with confidence. Like Oprah came out of the womb being like,
"I'm Oprah,
a rich bitch, and I'm giving everybody things all the time." That's probably not
You
true.
Get a car.
You get a car, and you get a TV.
Everybody gets confidence.
Everybody can grow their confidence. None of us are born with it. Again, like you were saying earlier, it's like a muscle.
We can tell you the secret to come. Do you want to tell them? Here's the secret. Confidence is something that you grow and you create it. You create it, babe.
You have to create it in yourself. No one's going to give it to you, but we can grow it like a muscle in the gym. Starts out a little tiny baby muscle, 5 pounds at a time, and then we get to 40 pounds, and then we get to 300 pounds. Like we can be big, muscly confidence babes. That's what I think.
Don't want to be like Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
I do. My confidence level is going to be Dwayne Johnson's confidence level.
Yeah.
Soon.
The audacity.
He has the audacity to do a lot of shit, and I want to have the audacity to do a lot of shit.
I love that for you.
Thank you. Your confidence level could be Kevin Hart, and I can be Dwayne Johnson.
That's true.
I'm
fine with that.
So anyways, what we were trying to talk about before we got on here is some of the things that we have done or experienced that have grown our confidence. And I know for me, starting in like my early 20s, I never went on a date in my life. I never kissed a boy. I never held a hand. I only like maybe once in a while full hugged
Ladies
somebody.
and gentlemen, I just need to preface this story. This is the important thing. You guys need to know this. You guys need to know. I'm going to let you guys know something. Danielle was homeschooled. She's that girl. She was a homeschooler.
I was home-learned, y'all. I was a homeschooler. I did not participate in any spelling bees, though. So
with the religion.
At least there's that.
With the Christ.
Yes. So, needless to say, there was no full frontal hugs happening for me. Only those good Christian side hugs. Anything else would start a flame that could never be burnt out.
Side hugging for the Lord.
Exactly. So for me, somebody gave me a book. Surprisingly, it was actually my mom that suggested it, even though my mother didn't even want me to look at a boy before I got married. But anyways, she gave me this book. I started to read it, and it basically just told me, the Lord is not going to drop somebody off at your doorstep. If you're sitting inside watching the same fucking shows, doing the same, this is all a Christian book, so I didn't say the fuck word, but doing the same thing over and over and over again,
it'd be really cool.
It's the definition of insanity.
That is a definition, but it'd be really cool if that Christian book dropped the F-bomb here and there.
We know it didn't. So basically encouraged me to like start smiling at people, start putting myself out there.
Heathen.
I know. I have RBF, but it's a struggle for me to smile. RBF?
Resting
bitch face.
Resting bitch face?
Yes, I do have it. A lot of my friends have told me they
Really?
didn't want to be my friend at first because they thought I was a bitch, and then they became my friend.
I don't think you have RBF anymore.
Yeah, but you met me in my salon as
I met you in your confidence season.
in my confidence era. Yes.
I like that better than season.
Well, anyways, so this book basically just pushed me out there. Go force yourself to do things differently than you would normally do. So for me, I swore I was never going to get on a dating app in my life, and I decided to do that. And that's a whole other podcast, about 20 other podcast episodes.
That's a lot of...
But that was a big deal. I started doing that, and then my friends forced me to go dancing. And I reluctantly went, and then I got there, and I was like, oh, I want to get good at this. And it was salsa dancing. And coming from a girl who'd never touched a boy in her life, like, this is awkward. And I decided I was going to get good at it.
When was the first time you did give a full frontal hug? Or a kiss? How old were you when you kissed a boy?
My first kiss? I was 25 years old.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And it was New Year's. And it was in a church parking lot, which I think is the best.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So there's that. So those two things were two big instrumental things for me that started me on a journey of confidence.
Yeah,
there's a lot more.
Can we pause a second?
Let's pause. What?
Did the church parking lot kiss? Was there tongue involved? Did you guys get dirt? Did you touch?
First of all.
Okay.
When I first kissed him.
Yeah? Was his name like Jedediah?
No.
Was it? Wait, let me guess.
I don't want to say it on air.
Okay. Because it was probably either like James.
He was not from church.
Oh, he wasn't?
Yeah, I met him on eHarmony or Match, but he did go to church.
God.
But
anyways. How did you end up in the church parking lot?
Because we went to a New Year's Eve singles event together thing.
At the church.
At a church, which wasn't my church. But anyways, he knew it was my first kiss too, and we talked about this. So I kissed him, and then he was like, looks at me, he's like, okay, that was good. Let's try it with less teeth this time.
Oh, wow.
And he made out with me all night long. And of course, an hour into it, he starts touching on the things and whips out his pee-pee.
Wait a minute.
No, he did. And I slapped it away. And I screamed.
There's a devil out of you.
Put it away. And I was like, ah! Put it away, sir.
I've never seen such violence.
I didn't want to see it.
Oh, wow.
Let's just say we dated hot and heavy for a weekend, and then I was over it.
1 week, and you were over it.
He was annoying. But anyways.
Wow. That was your first
And he gave
encounter.
me some serious face stubble, like road rash on my face from all the making out.
Heresy.
So anyways, those are my two big things, and we can talk about more later. Those are the biggest things for me. Julia, what do you think your first couple of things were in your confidence journey?
Well, my confidence journey came later in life. Well, this is the other thing that we need to preface with is this took us a little while, and I think all women kind of go through this journey. We're all like super insecure. It just seems not like everyone, right? But like the vast majority of women, at least in our culture, tend to go through like this insecure phase with, obviously, teenage and then adolescence. Yeah. And then we hit this hoe phase where, maybe not hoe phase, but we hit this phase where like, I don't give a shit. I don't care. Yeah. I'm going to be me and do me, but it's still immature. It's still a very immature, like say like mid 20s. And then once we hit our 30s, I feel like once you get into your 30s, you're like, well, shit, I'm like a grown ass adult. Like I'm an adult.
It's time.
And it is time that I like get a little mature here and like figure this shit out. So I think for me, it happened in my 30s after I had to like gone through a divorce because I got married way too young and it was dumb. And I was just in a place where I was like, I need to start figuring some stuff out. And I honestly had just gotten like sick and tired of myself. I think I finally hit my rock bottom with a very terrible relationship. You know the one.
I do.
And I just kind of realized like I don't like who I am, and I started to become more self-aware and recognize that like the only person that makes me is me. That's it. There's nobody else. There's nothing else. Like it's all me, baby. It's just me. And that's when we met each other. And she recommended, so Danielle recommended this book called Year of Yes. And if you don't know, it's by Shonda Rhimes,
our favorite Grey's Anatomy writer.
Powerhouse of the mitochondria.
She's amazing.
Powerhouse of the cell, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was
got-
homeschooled. I didn't learn science.
I was public school learned.
What's a cell? I don't know.
Anyway, she's a powerhouse in Hollywood. She's a writer. She's incredible. She created Grey's Anatomy, How to Get Away with Murder, like a whole bunch of other shit. Look her up. She's great. If you don't know her, you probably already do. Anyway, she wrote this book called Year of Yes, and basically the whole premise was telling yourself yes. Like, especially getting out of your comfort zone, saying yes to things that you normally wouldn't, if you don't have a legitimate enough reason not to. Like, obviously, if it's going to be something bad for you or detrimental to your mental health or your work or your relationships or whatever. But, like, if you don't really have a legitimate excuse, then you need to say yes.
Yeah.
And she also prefaced that you need to say yes to saying no, which is, in other words,
boundaries,
right? And that was honestly one of my first introductions into boundaries, believe it or not. And that was that was like 5 years ago.
You hate boundaries.
Boundaries.
Nobody wants you to have boundaries.
So
ever.
To answer your question, and took me a while, but like 3 years later, I'm answering the question now. Your question was like, what has that done for me? Honestly, if it wasn't for reinventing myself and working on inventing my own confidence, focusing on me, saying yes to things that scared me. I did some amazing shit. I flew planes. I flew airplanes by myself. Like I did it. I flew the plane.
Cool shit.
I went and I flew a plane. I went and I went and got a job that I wanted, that I would tell myself, no, that's the other thing that us, I don't want to just say women. I think just human. Yeah. It's a human thing for us to like put these caps, these mental limits, and we just tell ourselves no. And I heard somebody say once, I think it was on TikTok, don't be the person to say no to yourself. Let somebody else tell you no.
Yeah.
So if it wasn't for me saying yes to myself, I wouldn't have met my husband now, and he's amazing, you guys.
Don't even go where I know you're gonna go. No, just kidding.
You're right, though. All I'm gonna say is he's the best thing that ever happened to me. Now I have a beautiful little baby girl. Never would have thought that I'd have been a mom. I'm a kick-ass mom now.
That's pretty much what I took away from that book too. Was like boundaries, learning how to say yes to no, and then doing the things that scare you. Like I read that book right before I gave it to you. And we went on vacation together, and we read it.
Oh, I said yes to going on vacation with you.
She always swore she wasn't going to go on another tropical vacation. She was in the military, and she hated it. And we went to Jamaica, and we did cool stuff, and we survived the Chinese tsunami of all time.
It wasn't. Okay.
It was a very. We're not going to talk about it right now. Julia had a panic attack.
She had to pray for the first time.
I prayed, and I haven't prayed with anyone in a long time, but we made it through.
We
the
did
tsunami
make it through.
Of 2000 and whatever it was. I don't know.
It was like 2017?
On vacation.
And
really, it was just like a heavy rain, and that was it. But we made it through, guys. We survived, and here we are to this day to tell our story.
We are.
But let's see, what else can we talk about confidence? Like we were talking earlier, it is a very, it's a self-awareness thing for sure. Like if you aren't self-aware, this is not going to work for you. So it takes like some reflection and not beating yourself up about things, but just looking inward and being like, why am I the way that I am? Why am I overanalyzing this? Why am I anxious about this? Why does this stress me out? Why do I not want to do that thing that sounds cool that maybe I always wanted to do as a little girl? Like,
or what am I doing? What limiting beliefs do I have? I think self-awareness is also a muscle that you work out.
Yep.
And it's a process.
Super process. Like each of these things that I've done have started out with something little and small, and to other people that might be like, that's so dumb, why would that do anything? But for me,
it's a little thing. For
me, I freaking hated myself from the day that I came out of the womb. I had a feisty little attitude, and I was sassy all the time, and I was forced to be a round peg in a square hole, as I like to say, in my life. Like my creativity was squished in a lot of ways, my attitude was squished. I wasn't allowed to be who I was, and I wasn't allowed to have the very intense, strong feelings that I felt from the moment I came out of the womb. And so in me, that created a person who had a lot of feelings, who reacted eventually, but I kept it all in. I got angry, I got bitter, I got cranky, I was scared of doing anything because everyone would say no and it would hurt my feelings or things like that. And so that
You were repressed.
I was
in a lot
definitely,
of
I would
ways.
say, a lot of repression and those kinds of things. And, maybe I don't think it was an intentional thing in my parents, but they were trying to make me an obedient,
Mm.
you know,
Good girl.
obedient, meek and quiet spirit child.
Yeah.
And for me,
Good Christian.
I always told my mom, she's like, the Lord loves a meek and quiet spirit. And I was like, well, he must not love me because he did not make me that way. And I don't give her this attitude. But, that was me. So, like, doing anything scared the shit out of me.
Mm.
I remember as a little girl, I grew up watching musicals, right? And all this, like, Fred Astaire and ballroom dancing and all these things. And I always wanted to be a singer.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually did do some singing at one point. That's another thing. But I just pictured myself every time I'd watch a musical, I'd dance around the house by myself. And I never danced until I was in my mid-20s. And then I'm just like living my little childhood dreams of like dancing all over the dance floor with a person or a man, and like living this like weirdly romantic but not romantic
Like a rom-com.
experience that I always wanted to have. And it's so silly when you think about it, but like I loved that when I was a little girl. I'd watch movies about that all the time.
So what you're doing today satiates
Mm-hmm.
7-year-old baby
Mm-hmm.
Danny.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the other thing for like the self-awareness and reflection that
Mm-hmm.
can help you. One of the questions that you can ask yourself is, what would my inner child, or
Mm-hmm.
in other words, because we use that pop science,
Psychology kind of thing.
popsicle psychology, if you will, terminology of like inner child.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, the way you can think of it is like, what would little Julia,
Mm-hmm.
Julia, 7-year-old Julia, think of 36-year-old Julia
Mm-hmm.
right now?
Yeah,
How
did
would
you
she
dream of like skating on the ice, being in the Olympics?
You know what I mean?
Want to have a puppy farm? I don't know.
A puppy farm.
Whatever.
That sounds awesome.
Whatever little things that you used to get excited about as a little kid, I think are some of the keys that you need to tap into, right?
It's not even that. I mean, yes,
In
that,
some ways,
but
it can help.
but like I think like in my mind, it's more of like, would 6 or 7-year-old Julia be impressed or be happy for or be excited about? 36-year-old Julia, I think my 7-year-old me would look at me now and be beside herself that I'm a mom. You have your own baby.
Mm-hmm.
You get to play with a baby. That's amazing. Oh my god, right?
Yeah.
Like so cool. You get to fly on planes. You get to go visit friends. You have friends. You have a bunch of friends. Wow. You know what I mean? Like making friends, that's like a whole nother podcast, right? Like how do you make friends as an adult woman, in today's age, right?
Podcast number 2.
Number 2, write it down, girl. But I think like it's not about like, okay, thinking about those fantasies that we had as children. Of course, like all little girls fantasize about like, I'm gonna find my Prince Charming or whatever, right? It's not about like beating yourself up that like, oh great, now I never did accomplish any of that shit and now I'm just a loser. No, it's just you start to look inward and recognize like, what are some little things that I can do for myself to set like to just knock down that first domino.
Yes. One thing at a time. One thing at a time.
And like you, like I think what you're getting at, like I'm freaking tracking with you. I'm tracking like a tank. Like what you're getting at is essentially saying all it takes is one little thing. So for me, I think one of the other things is my whole life, like you were talking about, like your whole life you were repressed, you were held back, you were whatever. My mom always had this thing about my freaking hair. Had to be long. You have such beautiful hair, Julia. It needs to be long. Don't put it up in a ponytail. It's gorgeous. I hated it. Even when I was a little girl, I was like mad that I was a girl at my mom. I was like, why did you make me a girl? I should be a boy right now. It's fucking bullshit that I don't get to pee standing up. How come my brother gets to? That's not fair, first of all. Second of all, training bras? Bullshit. Total bullshit, right? And then third of all, I don't want to deal with my hair. I don't want to brush my hair. I don't want to put my hair up. And for the longest time, I held that limiting belief in my mind. I think it was like a subconscious thing. And I dealt with it and I made it work. And yeah, I've had some really great hairstyles along the way. But it wasn't honestly until last year after I gave birth and you came and visited me. And I was like, chop it off.
Mm-hmm.
Do it, Danny. And she even asked me like 3 times, are you sure? Are you sure you want to do that?
That's really short.
Usually, that's really short. Usually when women want to chop all of their hair off, it's a psychological, like a psychiatric break. They're experiencing something like, I just broke up with my boyfriend.
Yes. Or
chop it off. Something huge, right?
Yeah.
But for me, it was one of those little steps. It was like, I'm gonna say yes to jumping out of my comfort zone. I'm gonna say yes to 7-year-old me who was like, why can't I have my hair short like a boy? And I could. And why was I telling myself no? My mom was still in my head. I just didn't know it. It was like so deeply rooted in me. So it's something like that where you're just like thinking about, what is this deeply rooted ideology or construct or constraint or whatever term verbiage you want to use to describe it. And Danielle, you made my dreams come true.
I did, in your kitchen with those really dull scissors that we bought while I was there. Preface this, I am a hairstylist.
That's right, she is.
And that's how I met her. But anyways,
she's
second story.
Incredible hairstylist.
There's a celebrity that someone said, I don't know who it was, I forget who it was, that was that every woman should shave her head at least once in her life.
Oh, I like that.
And it's a very empowering experience. I have not shaved my head, but I have had very, very short haircuts.
Yeah.
In fact, when I came out of beauty school, I had what is now lovingly referred to as the Karen.
Oh, you rocked a Karen?
I had the short in the back and long in the front. Spiky!
Oh my god.
But I think someday I still want to go real short, but I haven't yet. But as soon as I cut Julia's hair off and she saw herself, it was like, I loved how excited you were and your face. I feel like I saw a burden come off of you and you like were like reborn.
Yeah, you unlocked a whole nother level within myself.
Because you said yes to getting your hair, to cutting off your hair. Yeah. And again, our hair is a very emotional tie for women specifically because of a bazillion reasons. But it's a very like confidence boosting, empowering moment when we choose to do something with our hair that everyone says don't do. Or that you shouldn't do, or that doesn't even look good, or that's not flattering, or whatever. We don't have to look flattering and pretty all the time if we don't fucking want to.
We can do it for ourselves. Like for me, I mean, I think a limiting belief, which hadn't even been confirmed, was, oh, my husband's not going to love this. He's not going to appreciate that or whatever. And to be honest, this is why I married him. I go to him and I say, I'm thinking of cutting my hair short, and short, and I showed him an example picture. And he looks at me and he's like, it's your hair, baby. Do what you like.
He thinks Julia is the hottest thing ever, and he's correct. And it was true.
That's sweet of you to say.
It's so cute how he looks at you. He thinks you're so amazing. And you can see it in his face.
He's amazing. He's the best. But anyway, even if you have a man or a woman or a person or human in, that you're in a relationship with, they're not you. It doesn't matter. Like, they don't wear that. You rock what you rock, right? You know, and we don't have to get into the convincing of like, you can have the hairstyle you want to have. Not for anybody else but you. But that was just an example, like you asked it. So my example, another example, perfectly fit was my hair. Like I finally, and I don't even know why I assumed my husband wouldn't like my hair
because
short.
It was short, and women and men like long hair in society, and
apparently
it's supposed to be cuter.
I guess that's the construct, or at least it's been in the past.
That's the idea that men and women hold in this society, which is dumb, and I hate it so much.
It is.
You look so cute in it. You were so free for a while, and you're growing it out now, but you're ready, and that's okay.
Yeah, now we're going through that ugly teenage phase.
It's not teenage, it's just a hair growth phase.
It's a hair growth phase.
If I didn't cut it, she would have a mullet, but she always has a hard time with me cutting the bottom. Like, you will have a mullet, so
I don't got my mullet.
But anyways, that was one thing for her recently, but there was a lot of things I saw for her.
Really?
I think starting to more build your confidence was going to school.
I went back to school.
You went back to school, and sometimes that's the hardest thing is going back. Like I
said yes to going to school
too, and I need to still go finish. But you said yes to going back to school. I recently said yes to going back to school, and how that's a very empowering experience. Obviously, because we're getting educated, we have to work hard, we have to discipline ourselves, we have to put ourselves out there and write stuff on paper and get judged stuff for it. Like that's a big deal for a lot of people. And I know me. I never thought I was smart at all. I barely freaking could have graduated high school. I didn't pass any of the tests for the state. I just did. My parents gave me a diploma and said, "Here you go." And I went to Sierra College, or a college, community college in my area,
Yeah.
and I did really well in the things that I didn't think I would. I got A's in my math classes, even though they were mediocre math, like basic elementary math. I always thought I was so stupid in math. I hated math.
Start somewhere.
Literally taking a math class boosted my confidence. I was like, I got an A in this class. Are you kidding me?
It's the things that you think would
Uh-huh.
be the least likely
Mhm.
to help you, but it's like I said, like who'd have thought that a
Mhm.
haircut could
Haircut.
have such a
Yep.
profound impact? Who'd have thought that a math class,
Mhm.
like a mediocre math class at
Mhm.
that, right?
Who would have thought that making an app on Match.com and putting stuff out there about yourself to try to date somebody or taking a dance class
Oh,
would boost
taking
your
a dance,
confidence?
yeah,
Like it's like a step ladder, basically. It's one step at a time, and
it
it might be
is.
never ending, and that's fine. It's not
Well,
like an arrival where you
that's
get
what I
there.
was going wanted to get at to next,
Hmm.
because for those of you listening who are sitting there going, or driving your car and you're going, I already have my fucking degree. I got my
Hmm.
degree when I was 22. So what? Now all I have to show for it is a massive load of debt that I
Hmm.
can't do anything with. Like I feel you. Like
Hmm.
that's a whole nother issue. But like the thing of it is, when it comes to confidence and self-esteem, it is not something that you arrive at and then
Yeah,
you just have it,
it's kind of there's
right?
layers to it
It's
too.
no, but it's not something that like
Hmm.
once you finally attain your confidence, it just stays with you forever. No,
Yeah,
that's definitely not the case though.
same thing like fitness.
It's
Same
the
thing we
same
say
thing with
about the
fitness.
fitness in the gym. You got to keep going. You
Gotta
can't
keep it
just
up
get the big muscle and then end.
and then
You got
stop
to
working out.
continue to keep it
Yeah,
big, however that is.
you gotta stoke it. You gotta stoke the
Hmm.
flames. You gotta
Exactly.
stoke the
You got to
fire.
keep building it.
And that's why I think like some women who are some people who might be unaware, where they're like, well, I'm just not a confident person. Well, I'm
Hmm.
just someone who's always had low self-esteem, so
Hmm.
I just don't have, I just don't have what it takes. I'm just not that girl.
Hmm.
I'm just not that girl. The thing of it is like that girl worked to,
Yep.
she tried, she
Yep.
said yes,
Yep.
and she continues to say yes.
Hmm.
She says yes to herself every day.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, and it's so funny that I'm saying this. And I'm a total hypocrite, by the way, sitting here on this microphone.
You're sitting on the microphone.
I am sitting literally on this microphone. We're talking through my ass cheeks right now, you guys.
Why are you a hypocrite? No.
I feel like I'm a hypocrite because, like, first of all, like, I have told myself for a long time, I'm not that girl when it comes to being able to do makeup and being able to, like, be stylish. Well, you know what? The person who does the makeup and does the styling is yourself. You have, like, you've got to step. I haven't yet made the effort to say yes to myself on, like, I will try. I'm gonna try and learn how to do my makeup. I'm gonna actually try and experiment. And you know what is difficult about that is that essence of vulnerability. I
Hmm.
feel vulnerable as hell. Like in my
Hmm.
mind, it goes back to adolescence, middle school, and
Hmm.
everyone's gonna just laugh and point at me.
Hmm.
That's my concern. I'm gonna put eye makeup on and I go out into Target and everyone's gonna stop what they're doing in the middle of shopping and just
Scream at you.
scream and point and laugh and piss themselves because it's
Yeah.
hilarious of how ridiculous I look, like
Hmm.
Mimi from that old show with Drew Carey.
I
You know what I
mean,
mean?
it's funny the things that terrify us like that.
I'm terrified to try, and I think that's what saying yes to
Yes.
getting into the discomfort, doing things that scare you. And so for me, I think my next step is saying yes to trying to have my own personal style and
Hmm.
trying to, I mean, you know what, I gotta give myself some credit. I mean, yes, I haven't really tried with the makeup thing, really,
But.
but I have tried with my personal style. You
Hmm.
guys, I have a writing sweater.
Yes, she does. She just bought it. And
Yes,
we're the most opposite of styles that you could possibly get, I think.
I think
But she's
that's what it makes.
rocking her style.
I'm
And I'm
rocking
proud
my.
of you because when I first met you, you wore t-shirts and jeans, and that's literally it.
That's literally it.
And now
Yeah.
you're like, that's a weird ass sweater, and it's a fucking riding sweater, and I want it.
It's
And I
weird as
like
fuck,
it.
you guys. Like it's got like stags on it,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
like the
It looks
the
very warm
deer
and
with the
cozy.
thing, and it's warm and cozy, and it's like I don't know. It looks Greek, but it's Italian.
It's a good sweater.
It is a good sweater.
I would never wear it, but you rock it, and we like it. And that's what matters. If you see something and you decide, that's mine, I want it, you wear it with confidence, and that's literally all it is.
Yeah.
I look fucking good in this. I like this, and I'm going to be...
It empowers me. I said yes to it, and that's the other thing. Mm-hmm. Honestly, you guys, I'm 36 years old. Last year, when I turned 35, was the first time last year when I finally had, felt maybe, or just like I told myself, I am going to have the confidence to assert my own style. Mm-hmm. I am going to be fucking unapologetically me in my style, and I am okay with that, and I don't give a shit what anybody else thinks. And honestly, that's what it takes, right? So I rock my goofy ass Portland style with my corduroys, and it works. And I make it.
Wear the stuff you can't wear a leopard jumpsuit. Like, it just wouldn't work on you, or like a hot pink crop top and matching skirt, like what I just bought.
She just bought a leopard, you guys, and she fucking rocks it. It's a leopard jumpsuit. Got it at a thrift store.
Yep, we went thrifting and we found some cool stuff.
She rocks it. You rock it. You rock my world.
Thank you. You rock mine.
You're the most beautiful person ever.
You're the yin to my yang.
You have a face like sunshine.
You smell like pine needles. Our favorite line of all time.
The other thing is I forgot to mention. Just recently in the last year, talk about self-discovery, self-awareness, I realized that I want to be a writer, or that I want to write my story. At least maybe I want to write my story. I want to write, and I know everybody wants to write their memoir, right?
I think they do, and I think I do too.
But I'm going to do it. I said yes to myself.
I don't think I think you need to reframe that, because you don't want to be a writer. You are.
I am a writer. Well, no, I was saying last year I finally decided I want to be a writer.
You are.
And then now I am. Now, 1 year later.
Some of it, and you've always been a good writer to me. Like, everything I've read, I'm like, wow, I wish I could talk like that.
Really?
Yeah, like, I'll be like, can you just write this professional email for me? And you write it back. I'm like, oh my God, I can't even do that. I would be like, oh my God, please help me.
Now we have AI for that.
Yeah, but
now you can just ask ChatGPT or AI. You can just be like, could you write me a professional ass, like maybe not ass part, but like, hello computer, could you write me a professional email telling someone to fuck off professionally? And they'll do it.
Well,
they will.
Learn how to use this instead of using all your skills. But I feel like you just stepped into your power of writing.
Oh.
And that's what you've been doing this year, for sure.
I love that you just said step into your power. That's
been like a word, like a phrase that I've learned in the last year.
In the last year.
Or like recently, and I'm really, that's my goal this year. I'm stepping into my power.
That is mine too.
Yeah.
That is 2023.
Yep.
We're going to step into our power. Hence the reason why we're sitting here together, cramped in her little studio office, talking into one microphone.
Because I told myself I was going to make a podcast, and I'm thinking about this for months.
Yeah, she has.
And I've been researching it, trying to figure it out, and there's no time to start. That's perfect. You just start.
No, it's never.
I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't know how to edit anything, but we're going to figure it out.
We're going to figure it out. This might sound horrible for you guys. We apologize.
And it might take 18 years to listen to this podcast, one episode.
We're only 34 minutes and 10 seconds in. Can you believe it? Feels like it's been like 2 hours already.
We talk a lot, but
we do.
I think we're hilarious and interesting, and I think people are going to find that too. But again, this is just the first of like a lot of stories I want to share, whether it's just myself or I have my friends here or people that I know. Because I think it's important for us to hear stories of, again, normal women that aren't celebrities, that aren't rich, that haven't written a book and reached the peak of their, I don't know, life yet? Or what do you call it? The peak of their career or something? Yet?
I mean, here's the thing. We're I'm just Jenny from the block.
Mm.
You know what I mean? You hear me?
I hear you.
We're just like the two bitches next door. Like that's it though. We're normal, regular people with jobs and careers, and I'm a parent.
We got debt. We got drama.
We got debt. We got drama. We got backstory.
We got back pain. Lots of back pain. And migraines. Just normal stuff.
But I think like I want to hopscotch, jump along with what you're saying here. I want to hop on and say like. It's empowering for women to share our stories with each other across the board and to hear it from someone who is on your level with you, not a celebrity talking down to you.
Mhm.
It's not, and not to say that Oprah doesn't bring value,
Mhm.
or anything, but it's just like,
Just seems unattainable in a lot of
I mean,
things.
I don't
Even
know.
Brad Pitt is cool, but like, I don't know.
We're old. We're bringing up old celebrities
Brad Pitt's
here.
like 60 now. I don't even
He's
know.
old, isn't he?
Anyways, Zac Efron, maybe that's a better reference.
Oh
but
my
I think
God.
she retired before she did that. But
Zach,
anyway,
I would,
don't say it.
I would, I
Your
want a
husband's
hall.
listening.
I want a hall pass. I would use my hall pass for Zach Efron.
I mean, that's a good idea.
I bet you know what? You know what? If I were to say that out loud, he would be like, "I would too."
You probably would too.
We'd do it together, baby. I would. He would.
Yeah. But again, as we sidetrack, we have ADHD, both of us, so as you can tell. But my point for starting this podcast was like, I sit in my salon and I do women's hair all day, mostly women and men. And I've heard some cool stories from men, but I've heard some amazing women share the things that they've done and worked on and had to do in their lives, and it just like encourages me and it empowers me to be like, if she can do it, I can do it. And I think that's kind of the goal. And like, as our Lord and Savior Brene Brown says,
Oh, Brene, our Lord and Savior.
what does she say? Something about our shame disappears when we start sharing our stories and being vulnerable,
when
right?
we share it with the right person, when we share it with the right people, our people, not just anybody. We're not going to air all of our shit out for everybody, but the shame disappears when you speak it.
That was a paraphrase, but that's basically the gist of it.
But, the queen of vulnerability, right?
Yes, and that's what I'm working on, being vulnerable in my real self, because I have a lot of stuff in.
Authenticity.
And I'm trying to be authentic and vulnerable, and that's what you've been helping me do, because you yell at me all the time about it.
I mean, yell is a very strong word.
You strongly encourage. And sometimes we need that.
I encourage at you.
I do that to you, too.
It's true.
And that's what friends should be for, and how we should act towards each other. But not even just friends, even other people we know. But that's kind of what I want this podcast to be like. To be like your friend that's like, get it, girl. You can do this.
Empowering. You're here you're given a monthly dose of empowerment.
Eventually, someday, maybe a weekly dose. I think hopefully a monthly dose.
It would be great if it's weekly.
We'll see how much time I can get.
We can do it.
I have a lot of great ideas coming up, and I'm hoping that I get some subscribers and that I get some followers that get excited and share this with other women or men, whatever.
None of your damn celebrities though. Don't share them with your celebrity friends.
If you have any, we don't want to know about it. I don't have any celebrity friends. So, yet I may. Ooh, what if I meet Brene Brown someday?
That's my goal. Is I want to write a book. I want to write a book, and I want to. That'd be awesome. My goal was I want to get on Brene Brown's podcast, and then she went and decided to not have a podcast anymore, and I cried hard.
Everything will be okay because now we have this one, and we can be just.
Maybe we can have Brene on our podcast.
That would be cool.
I say our. It's not even mine.
It's whatever it is. I'll be the host, and you'll be on it plenty of times, I'm sure. But yeah, I mean, thanks for joining me for this first little 38-minute long
installment
intro to the podcast.
The podcast.
I sound like Bridesmaids, which is my favorite movie.
And I'm really proud of you for doing this.
Well, I haven't published it yet, and I hope I do.
I think
but we're going to do it.
Proud of you already.
I'm proud of you for doing this.
Because, listen, you downloaded the software.
I did.
And you bought the
microphone.
Alien-looking microphone thing.
Yeah, I listened to some podcasts about how to do podcasts.
That's amazing. It's the little things. Like, she took the little steps, and it's little baby steps, baby step.
And you know what? Sometimes it really helps to have somebody hold your hand to do something. And Julia's here holding my hand, and I appreciate that. It's not even holding hand. It's more like a little tap on the butt and pushing me off the roof.
It's a little, it's a little love tap.
Yeah, and sometimes you just need that. If you can't do it for yourself, go freaking ask somebody for help.
Oh my God.
That's a whole other story on the podcast on asking for help. But
asking for help.
I had to ask for help many times.
What is it called? Body doubling.
Oh yeah, for ADHD.
For us, and you know what? I think it's beneficial for people who aren't ADHD.
Yeah.
I think you can have a body doubling. If for those of you who are listening, body doubling. It has nothing to do with anything sexual, of you concerned. Body doubling just essentially means that if you need to get a task done, what you do is you have someone else sit there next to you or come with you,
Or
and
on your
literally,
phone, something.
literally, they're just there with you. They can be on the phone with you, and it's just another human body there on the next to you, the vicinity. And they literally, they don't even need to help you with anything. They literally just need to be there, and it will help you to do. It'll hold you accountable. I don't know. It's some sort of
literally is magically life changing. I don't know.
popsicle psychology, you guys. Like, I don't know what it is, but like just having like I'll call one of my other best friends, Jonathan. I call Lady lovingly, Lady. I love you. And we will talk to each other. We'll put each other in our little AirPod things in our ears, and we won't even be. We'll just be on the phone, not even
breathing.
talking.
Just breathing.
As we're like getting our shit done throughout. Like, I'll be doing laundry, he'll be doing the dishes, like, or he'll have to go shopping at Target or something while I'm like, changing the baby's diaper.
Sometimes that's so helpful.
It is, and we are so much more productive just because we have the other person in our ear, even though we're not even talking. But it is some voodoo shit.
Yeah. Well, thanks for body doubling with me today on this.
You're welcome.
Episode 1. Stay sassy.
Be yourself, bitch.
Be yourself. Exactly. Like,
You're unapologetically you.
Yep. And do the things that scare you this week.
Say
do
yes.
one thing this week that makes you nervous.
Even if it could be something as small as like
exactly whatever it is.
Cutting your hair or getting your nails painted or doing your makeup or something. Or wearing like a lime green sweater.
Or making a phone call
in public
that you don't want to make. I don't know. Something.
Or
do
something.
the thing. So we'll talk to you next time and have some more stuff to share. So share this with other friends and
you're beautiful.
Help us out. And you have a face like sunshine.
You have a face like sunshine.
You probably smell like pine needles too.
You probably do.
So have a blessed and happy and beautiful day.
Step into your power.
Yes, step into your power. 2023.
Woo!
Woo! Bye.
Bye. Nothing, just words, just a phrase.